What's up, everybody, and welcome to Showdown Weekend. I just released the most meta custom tactics you can use, and the game's in the gutter, so I'm sorry, they are not fun. Now, I wanted to give you in-game footage, which is what this will be, but I also had to tell you, I will be playing just enough games to stay up to date with the meta, stay up to date with how things are going, and if for some reason I turn on the game and there's a patch and it's back to being a skill-based game and competitive, I will play again, but it's just a mess. And I don't care about anything off the pitch. Let's just say I lived under the rock and I didn't know the social media was just a disaster, all negative, and I didn't know that the numbers were at an all-time low, even though I can tell in-game based on playing the same players over and over and over. But even if I just played the game, it's enough to see that it's just not even close to a fun game and definitely not a skill-based game. So what you're left with is very low numbers, and the ones that you're going to play are players like this, which, with all due respect, he's either A, continuing to play because he has a team like this and he probably put money in, or maybe grind it up and he doesn't want to leave after getting a team like this, or most likely based on how he played, he can't really play anywhere else, right? Because in the other games right now, there's no exploits, you need skill, and if he wants to play in a football game and actually win, UFL is a place to be because there is no skill in it. So that just is what it is. Like I said, I'll play enough to stay up to date, to keep helping you guys, but there's no way I'm wasting any of my time on a game that's this bad. It's just ridiculously bad. So let's get into what you have to do to be successful this weekend. So I wanted to focus on the offense because the defense in UFL in total is self-explanatory. Pretty much every player you face is going to be a rat like this, right? Which is why I gave you the rat tactics, because this is what you have to do to beat these players. Now, why this is still a potent offense is because you're utilizing the wing as much as possible to open up your opponent's defense. Then you get the ball into the center to your striker, touch, and shoot. It's as simple as that. Or you drive the byline, lay it across for a near post goal. Both of those are on each time. Now, why it doesn't matter how many numbers you have in the attack and why sometimes it's even better to have fewer numbers is because there's so many defensive players in and around the box that you end up not having viable options, right? You have a few passes that you might be able to make, but there's so many defenders around that once you make that pass, they're literally going to hold R1 as the pass is coming and steal the ball from you. When you just have the small numbers that you do, right, you can obviously call players too, you can send players on runs, and then with the way defense works right now and the way the dribbling is, you can absolutely beat defenders on the dribble, especially because one of the other things that's poor in this game is player switching. Now, with so many defenders back, there's no doubt that your opponent is going to make mistakes player switching. If you have a good dribbler, which is a must-have on the wings, you can absolutely take advantage of not only poor player switching, but also poor defending and beat these defenders because they're all sort of set in a block, right? The opponent is not going to be ready to really touch his defenders. Once you beat that midfielder, which, by the way, isn't going to be all the way over on the wing, then you have the opportunity to take the ball right at the defender in front of you, get a little space, and shoot. Then, as you go out wide, your opponent will get used to that and start anticipating it, and you start going right down the middle into your striker, and then you get some space and shoot. Same concept, which is why having few numbers in the 5-4-1 in the attack doesn't change anything. One thing to remember, too, always fake shot receive the ball in the opposite direction. Yes, it's not realistic. Yes, it's sort of glitchy because your player essentially floats, but when you receive the ball, like right here, I have my analog stick pointed towards the goal. I do the fake shot receive, and then I'm facing goal and going right at the defender. So always fake shot receive anytime you're receiving a pass. But when you can, you fake shot receive, pointing in the direction towards the attack, and your player will essentially float and give you a fluid movement towards goal or towards a dribble. Now the last thing is on corner kicks, go for these near post headers. If you have another strong corner kick option, do that, but these absolutely work. You just simply put your marker on either your striker or whoever your big man, your best header of the ball is, and then you give yourself a little room to run towards whichever side the corner kick's on, and then as the corner is served, you run that little bit of space, boom, you head it to the near post, and it's a goal almost every time. You see here, the opponent got lucky. His player on the line cleared it, but these near post headers are absolutely OP. And as far as the defense goes, like I told you earlier, it's very simple because your defenders are just sitting back in a block and then you're controlling your midfielders. But what I will say, especially in a 5-back, is take advantage of having that extra defender, and whoever's nearest to the ball, do not be afraid to press the ball because you can prevent goals like this. What you want to do is more like this previous play here and make sure you are pressing passing options that you can intercept. If you can't get there, don't just go running up because then you just open up your defensive block for no reason. But on passes that you can definitely pressure or intercept, make sure you're ready to switch to the defender quickly and press that ball. And especially in and around goal, like that Sun goal right there, I was just way slow to switch to my back. I've even said this in previous metas as well, that shot, especially from someone like Sun, is definitely one that you can't sleep on. Even if you have 100 players, sitting behind the ball, if you do not pressure that shot or shots like that, you will get scored on. Not only that, but if you don't switch to those defenders, like I'm telling you, especially in the 5-back, you'll be missing a lot of opportunities to intercept the ball like you see there, and then you can get into the attack. So don't miss out on those chances. Other than that, you just sit back with your wall of defenders, control your defenders as little as possible, right? Mainly win it with your midfielders. And then take advantage of your space on the wings to open up your opponent. And once they start going more towards the wings, you can go straight into your striker, fake shot, receive, and shoot. Or with your wingers, drive the byline, lay it to your striker, and shoot. Last but not least, if you don't drive the byline, you can fake that and then play it into your striker for a touch and shot or a snapshot. That's pretty much it. Other than that, it's just not a very fun game. Again, it's not skill-based. That's why there's so many rats playing this, because this is where they can exploit different things and still get wins. Rats don't like games that take skill, which means that it's not going to be very fun to play for those players who really want to play football. However, I did the poll, right? Basically in the comments just asking, should I go the fun route with tactics this coming up, Showdown, or should I go with the most meta tactics speeds? I have a great set that can help you win. It's just very much fitting the meta, which right now is just terrible. So you guys spoke. Here's your tactics. Good luck at Showdown. Keep grinding. Keep having fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.